Hello everyone, welcome to Dirty Dog Gaming. My name is Scott and today I want to do a quick review on my fence that I built for my Proxxon hot wire cutter and how well it worked. Um, Looking over here, all these pieces here, all these other pieces here, and then these long pieces were all cut with my 6-pound solid oak fence. And the interesting part was I did not have to put a hand on it to hold it. That I just put it in the groove, I set the distance, and then I started cutting the pieces, and periodically I would check it with a ruler, and it has not moved after all that work. So that's really a good thing. And I'll kind of show you how it works. I've got to cut a couple more pieces before I move on to my next step. So here we go. All right, as you can see, it cuts really well, and I did not have to put any weight on this to have it maintain its place. Like I said, I've cut long pieces, short pieces, square pieces, rectangular pieces. It really worked well, and again, I have about $10, maybe $12 invested in this and a little bit of my time. So one of the things I wanted to continue to talk about today was I don't have a lot of hobby space, and so I've really kind of had to compact things in. This is a relatively small room, and I share it with my wife, and so just to continue with what I am doing is right now you can see this is where my hot wire cutter sits, and it's probably going to stay here. And then over here is kind of open work area, which right now I'm using it for cutting styrofoam. Also too, you see I have a airbrush. The airbrush is connected to a water separator here. And then underneath I have an air compressor. Now notice this is not a airbrush specific air compressor. This is a general purpose air compressor typically used for construction. I use it for my nail guns. I use it for filling up the tires on my cars and tractor. And so it has a multi-purpose. And when I was first putting together this setup, I was thinking about buying one of those small air compressors, but then I said, well, wait a minute, I have one. And so I just incorporated this in there. I just had to buy a 6-foot whip hose so it wouldn't be as ungainly as having a 25-foot hose in here. So that worked out well, and it resides under here. This box right here is a paint booth, which next time I use it I'll set it up, but it unfolds. It's got a filter in it and a rotating table, and you know, you see them, but right now I have it tucked away because I'm using my table for something else. And then something that's important is a small shop vac to help keep things cleaned up. Now this afternoon I'll be taking a knife and beveling these and then chipping them to make them look like stone. What I'm making is multi-purpose dungeon blocks designed by Black Magic Craft, Jeremy over there, and I'll put a link on how to make these. I think they're a really cool idea, and I'm going to incorporate it into my gaming. But rather than me do the same thing he's doing, he does it better. He's been doing it longer than me. You know, take a look at his stuff, and like I said, I'll put a link down there for his for how he does it. A very good website, by the way. So that's it for today. Again, I continue to look. I have one shelf here. It's kind of getting filled up with stuff. I just came back from Hobby Lobby. That was a lot of fun. And so, you know, trying to be realistic with the hobby. And like I said, I don't have a lot of space. Don't necessarily have a lot of money, but I do want to have a lot of fun. Another score for me was I needed some drawers to store some of my tools and supplies, and I went on Facebook, or actually my wife went on Facebook Marketplace and found these for about $35. And you know, they're plastic tubs. They hold not a whole lot of stuff, but you know, enough for me to be able to do what I need to do. And this was a lot cheaper than going to buy some other plastic ones that weren't as nice, weren't as organized, and more expensive. So again, trying to stay on the cheap. You know, I've got people in my family that like jelly, and so when they get done with the jars, they give me their jelly jars so I can use them to put things like basic materials in. And so it's an ongoing process, like I said, trying to have fun, save a little money, and enjoy myself. All right, well, that's it for today. And like I said, as the shop keeps going, we'll keep you informed. Everybody, take care, stay safe.